Everything is speeding up. Technology is making our world go faster, and you know, you can get one-day crowns. Usually it takes like 2 weeks or something. What in the world? How does this work? Well, we've got our favorite dentist on, Dr. Jason Campbell. You are the owner of Pro Solutions Dental. Great to have you back.
Good to be back, Sandy. You know, we love to come.
You have such a nice smile.
Oh, thank you.
You're very encouraging. Now, see, if you had bad teeth, we'd go, no, bad dentist. You're a great dentist. I love it. But hey, this is just killing me now. Usually, like I said, crowns take 2 weeks. You go in, you get temporaries, you come back. You can do it in one day.
Yeah, you know, technology is amazing in dentistry. As you know, we've been kind of focusing on some of the great things that are happening in dentistry to offer convenience to people. You know, it's getting that process done. It's kind of a pain, and anything that we can do to make that a simpler, more accurate, longer lasting process for people.
Incredible.
Dentistry
so you do
really
crowns in one day? What are there any?
We can do crowns in a day, we can do bridges in one day, we can do veneers for people who want to change the look of their smile. You know, we're even able to mill parts of implants when we have people who need tooth replacement.
Yeah.
There's parts that we can mill that actually help get a tooth in much quicker than we were able to do in the past.
So it's a walk in, walk out. With a new smile, and you're looking good. So, well, I have to ask you, why would a person need a crown, let's say?
That's a great question, and I think a lot of people ask that. I think you get the recommendation from your dentist about the need for a crown, and people in their mind are saying, well, why that instead of a filling? You know, the thing that most people don't understand is that the tooth structure actually has to support the filling that we're putting in the tooth, not vice versa.
And sometimes the tooth is just too in such bad shape or so small that you really can't fill it or do anything else.
So if a tooth is cracked, or if there's cracks in the tooth, or if the tooth loss is too extensive, then we want to restore that back to its normal shape, its normal function. Or if we've got to hold the tooth together by encasing it, that's when a crown is really, really important.
Because you want to keep that tooth. You don't want to have to go get, you know, posts and all the kinds of things that go if you lose a tooth. So a crown is great. Okay, so how does this work, this one-day thing?
Yeah, so the thing that's really, really cool is we can, in just a few minutes, we can shape the tooth properly. We can take a digital scan of the tooth with a camera that we use in our office that digitizes the mouth. And with a CAD software, a computer automated design software, we can sit there chairside. Our patients can help us in the design of the crown if they want it to look different, if they want their input, or they can just sit back and watch, and we just design that crown right there in front of them, or a veneer or a bridge.
I love it. You can design houses with CAD, you know, but now we're designing teeth. I mean,
so imagine if you had some front teeth that needed to be done, and you were specific about what you wanted them to look like. You can sit chairside now with the dentist, and you can make little suggestions as we're designing them right
So this is going to kind of show what you look like now and what you could look like. And then you can say, no, I don't want my teeth that long, or I want them wider or wider.
Exactly, or that edge is too sharp, or I want the corners softer, or, you know, there's just a lot, there's an artistry to doing this, and the computer now allows, it's almost like using, you know, Photoshop for those who used to use Photoshop
Except
back
it's
in
real.
the day.
Then you get a three-dimensional thing. So then somehow this CAD drawing goes into a three-dimensional thing. So what's the difference with printing and milling with this CAD?
So we use a CAM process, a computer automated milling for our crowns. So the advantage to that is anytime you're making a crown, we're dealing with porcelains, we're dealing with zirconia, and there's a heating process to that where it shrinks. Well, with this process, we have pre-treated blocks. So when we mill them down, they're very, very accurate. We don't have to go through that firing process to get to the final shape. And so there's a real uptick in accuracy.
And one piece. I'm going to say this because it's so interesting. This is just like Michelangelo. Okay, I saw the Pieta. He carved it out of one piece of stone. You, Dr. Campbell, are carving these beautiful crowns out of one piece of porcelain.
Absolutely.
It's impressive. You're a sculptor. Who knew?
I know, right? People don't realize how much artistry there is in dentistry. And there really is. And these systems are making it much easier for us to be better at our game.
Because in the old days, you would have to take all these molds, and then you do a temporary, and then you have to send it out, and you get this other one, come back, hope it works, right?
So that's some of the advantages that we are dealing with.
Other values. This is a good value for people, it sounds
Less
like.
time away from work, fewer times being anesthetized, no goopy impressions, No unnecessary re-cementing of your temporary. You know, when you're out with your friends and you go to dinner and your temporary falls
And your tooth
off.
falls off. It's
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's really embarrassing.
Everybody panics. They're always afraid something's going to happen to the tooth. And then, so we just eliminate all that. We get the work done in one day. You walk out with a permanent restoration, and it can be a bridge, which is a tooth replacement for, for a single missing tooth. We can use the teeth next to it. We can mill a 3-unit crown and just slide that right down over and cement it. We can do, crowns, which encase your tooth 360 degrees in dimension.
Yeah, you basically have a new tooth, but it's also protecting that one underneath. Again, the root system in the tooth that is left.
Or for people who
that.
just want to shape their teeth differently or improve the color, we have a laminate veneer that we can use. And the bottom line is really just creating beautiful smiles.
Tell us about this
smiles.
veneer, because I think this is maybe not new technology, but it's something maybe becoming more common, because you may still have your original teeth, but there may be something wrong with them, whether the coloration is bad or, I like lemons. I get little ditches in the top of my teeth, but you can fix that also with these, the same technology, this CAD technology, where you can see it and design it, and then that goes over your teeth that exist.
It's very conservative. It's a very thin piece of porcelain that we can bond right to the surface of the tooth. We can change the color, the shape, any kind of blemishes that are in the teeth. If there's misalignment problems, we can correct a lot of that just by facing them with a thin laminate veneer. It's
and then they're
awesome.
beautiful in one day.
One day.
One day,
One
in,
day.
out.
Yep,
I'm
just a
loving
couple
it.
of hours. By the time we prep and treat the tooth, mill the crown, get it in, we can customize it, stain and glaze it right there in the chair and make sure it matches really nice.
Dr. Jason Campbell, Pro Solutions Dental Group family, I tell you, you've got some great stuff going on right here in Prescott, and more information. Thank you, Dr. Jason Campbell. Go on aztv.com. You can get more information on location and everything about that too. All right, back to the Arizona Daily Mix.